It's all already happened. It's over before it began. You know, the world could end tomorrow, but you know, what else is new, right? So maybe you can't change how it ends, but sure as hell can change how you get there. Hey. Shit. Hey. Watch me. Okay. I know this is weird, and you're probably freaking the fuck out, but just relax. You're not dreaming, not drunk, and not high. This is happening. So if you could stop your heart from doing somersaults and your thoughts from drowning in a sea of confusion, and I'll explain everything. But you want to take a shot or two of bourbon first.
What the fuck?
I'm serious, man. It's gonna help. Yeah. Shit. I'm not really sure how to explain this because it's such a gargantuan mind fuck. So I'll just start at the beginning.
Alex Jacobs?
You a lawyer?
My name is Rebecca Stillman. I work for ARIST. May I come in?
Who the fuck is ARIST?
Advanced Research Institute of Science and Technology. We're a private company under contract with the NSA.
NSA. Look, lady, I've been cleared, so if you want to talk to my lawyer...
I'm here to offer you a job.
It's, hefty. It's a hell of an NDA. Okay, so you're gonna show up on my doorstep, you're gonna offer me your job, but you're not gonna tell me what it is?
I'm afraid I can't divulge any specifics until you've signed the non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
It's only a precaution, no obligation.
Hmm.
All right. As a gesture of how important it is for us that you consider our proposal, I'd like to offer you a little something just to hear me out.
What is this?
Sign, and it's yours.
You gonna pay me just to sign the NDA?
You've got nothing to lose.
All right. Shoot.
We'd like to hire you to decipher an encrypted message.
Okay. Why me?
Because you're arguably one of the best cryptographers of your generation.
No, come on. That's bullshit. Like, I'm good. But the best? No.
We like your work, Alex. We were particularly impressed with your Amber algorithm.
The Amber algorithm, huh?
Yes.
That, pissed a lot of people off, that one.
It did more than that. Broke countless laws, compromised the security of hundreds of multinational firms, and folded the company you worked for.
Yeah, but, you know, I can't take all the credit for that. You see, the NSA, they pressured us into implementing backdoors for the sake of national security. And you do know after that information leaked, they turned their backs and they threw us under the bus. So, thank you, Uncle Sam.
It's business.
It's conspiracy. Come on, I signed the NDA. What ethically ambiguous scheme is it this time?
2 months ago, we detected a U.S. military satellite in orbit. A satellite we never sent up. It was retrieved and examined, and inside we found an encoded message, one that we've been unable to decrypt.
What do you mean you didn't send it up?
We never sent that satellite into orbit.
So it's not American?
It is. It's ours, just not from now. We believe it's from the future.
I'm sorry. What?
There was a non-encrypted message stating its origin. Of course, we were dubious at first, but after undergoing a variety of tests, we've come to the conclusion that it was, in fact, sent back in time.
Okay, you're, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It contains advanced apparatus well beyond our...
It's gonna bounce, right? The check? That check's gonna bounce.
That check will not bounce. I assure you. Alex, I'm speaking to you with utmost sincerity.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're telling me that there is a satellite that has been sent back in time, and it has an encrypted message that you want me to decrypt. That's what you're saying.
We'd like to bring you to a secure laboratory where you will have all the time and resources you need.
Wait a minute, you serious?
Very.
A secure laboratory?
In a private facility. Yes, if you agree to my offer, you'll be sedated and transported.
What?
As a security measure.
Sedated? No! Okay.
Look, Alex, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
No, the NSA sent you here to fuck with me, didn't they?
Look, I understand this is hard to swallow.
Look, if you're trying to dupe me, maybe you should use something a little more credible.
Okay. Take out your phone.
Why?
I just had that check deposited into your bank account. And that was just for signing the NDA. You signed the contract to work for us. Your reputation is tarnished, Alex. No one wants to hire a cryptographer who specializes in subverted implementations. You're scraping by freelancing for startups under an alias. You're drowning in legal debt and you're living in your mom and dad's old home. You can't afford to turn this down. Check your phone.
You're serious?
Very. You sign this contract. The first half will be transferred into your account immediately, the rest upon completion.
Yeah, I signed it. I've been crazy not to. It was a ridiculous amount of money. They came for me the next day.
Your arm?
Are you fucking kidding me? Got any ideas? Ow! Jesus.
Head.
I feel like I was roofied and lobotomized.
That'll pass. You ready to see the lab? Come on.
Let's do it.
Here you go.
Wait, decrypting a message, right?
You'll have everything you need, and if not, we'll do our best to accommodate any requests.
Is that it?
Yeah, that is the chamber that contained the key.
No fucking way. It's a vacuum. They use quantum memory?
Yeah, but what we extracted was just a lot of noise.
I'm assuming you guys tried a dictionary attack, yeah?
No luck. We think they sabotaged the encryption algorithm. That's your real entry point.
They left a back door.
Something with which you're uniquely qualified.
Ay. Okay. This could take a little bit.
They sent it back this way to this specific time for a reason. They believed we could crack it. We've uploaded a portion of the message onto a secure server. That can help you recover the key.
Any idea what it could be?
We're all waiting to find out.
Okay. All right, well, I'm not seeing a coffee pot in here. That's gotta change. I'd also like a mini fridge filled with beer. Not kidding. And if you could get me a bottle of scotch or bourbon, nothing under 20 years. It's essential to my process. You get me those things. I'll get you the key.
Good morning.
Is it? I must have missed the sunrise.
Progress? Look, we know this work can be taxing in this environment, claustrophobic. We've arranged for a weekend leave.
I keep saying we. Who is we?
It's been 5 weeks, Alex. We think it's time you take a break, get outside, maybe interact with some
I
other
don't
people.
need it.
We think it'd be good for you.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Human interaction is important, and you refuse to speak to our psychologist. Even one conversation a day helps keep the mind healthy.
I don't need to hear myself talk. I do not crave comfort through interaction, and I do not feel particularly compelled to play pedestrian sight games with your in-house shrink. So, why don't you just let me soak up the me time and get some fucking work done? All right? Do you mind? I'm on the clock, and I'd like you to get your money's worth.
the vertical spin. And let's make the diagonal 0. Let's try that.
Shit.
What's up?
You never told me.
Never told you what?
I wasn't the first person here. You hired another cryptographer, didn't you? Well, I guess I'm the guy you call when nobody else can get the job done. They're blueprints, designs for a machine of some sort. I'm not really sure what, though. It's incomplete, and you guys only gave me a portion of what you found on that thing.
You read through all this?
Some of them. There's something else. It's a message. It's Navajo. Keeping it local. It's a warning. Yeah. Yeah, apparently we are on the eve of a third world war, and that machine, whatever the fuck it is our first line of defense.
Your service has been greatly appreciated. The remainder of your fee will be transferred into your account.
That's it?
You'll be sedated and escorted home.
Come on, what, no champagne?
And to ensure your adherence to the terms of the contract, you'll remain under surveillance. Not one word of this is to be spoken, written, or thought about.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Do you have any idea? Any idea what I did here? You know... What the fuck? Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I thought at first it was a It was a side effect of the sedative. Maybe I was just purging the stress from my system. It was about 3 or 4 days before I could keep anything down. Then it started.
Alex Jacobs?
Yeah?
My colleague and I would like to ask you a few questions.
You from Hayhurst?
May we come in?
Sure. So, what's this all about?
We're here to ask you a few questions.
Well, like a customer satisfaction survey.
The questions are regarding your recent work.
Satellite.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't talk about it. I'm under contract.
We're curious to know why you agreed to help decipher the code.
You what?
We are curious.
Still can't talk about it.
These questions do not betray the parameters of your contract.
All right. So you want to know why I took the job?
Yes.
Yeah, I took it because you paid me.
You did it for money.
No, I didn't do it for money. Look, between you and me, I actually did it for the year's supply of mouthwash. Yeah, I did it for the money.
You acted in no part out of a sense of altruism.
Altruism? No, guys, I'm not curing cancer, okay? I decrypted a message.
Then your decision was purely selfish.
All right, look, I've had the mother of all migraines for the past week. I'm a little bit out of it. I'm gonna need you guys to help me out here.
You're in need of help.
What do you want?
We are curious.
Jesus Christ.
You agreed to decipher the code for profit. Much like your previous work implementing backdoors and security programs. The outcomes of your actions do not concern you?
The outcomes? It's a job. I mean, if I'm not doing it, someone else will.
Why did they ask you?
What? What?
Why did they ask you?
Why did... You know what? Can I see some, identification?
Identification?
Yeah, I'd like to see some.
Will you feel responsible for the harm that will come from the weapon?
The weapon?
Will ID make you feel more comfortable?
The weapon that will be constructed from the blueprints.
Will it make you more compliant?
What are you talking about? What weapon?
The blueprints you decrypted.
I deciphered blueprints, but
Is it something you base trust on?
You did not know?
No, I didn't. I did not know this.
How do you feel now that you know?
Do you feel regret?
It was a job. Okay, I needed the money, so I took the job. There was no, no forethought, no ulterior motive. It was just a fucking job. So whatever I deciphered was not my creation, and I am not responsible for what happens next.
Does it scare you?
Do you trust us?
Have you thought about your own that will die?
No. All right, you guys, you gotta go.
We are thankful for the time you have taken to answer our questions.
It means a great deal to us.
What are you doing?
Rebecca?
You were not authorized to commit that message to memory. That is the property of the United States government.
Shit, are you kidding me? You hacked into my computer?
You were informed you'd be under surveillance.
The fuck are you watching me? Huh?
You're legally bound to the terms of the contract, Alex.
This place bugged?
Don't let this happen again. You've been warned.
You fucking send people here. I hope you got a good show last night when I was jacking off. You fucking kidding me?
Alex?
Yeah,
Alex?
in here.
Wait here. Whoa.
Hey, yeah, I know this looks a little, So I was stuck on this one thing, on this one equation, right? And I was thinking to myself, maybe it had to do with quantum foam because of wormholes in there, or maybe it had something to do with the holographic principle. Maybe it was that. Maybe we're just living in a two-dimensional space, because that would explain the size difference.
Alex.
Just wait a minute. I realized that I was being misdirected, and that I was too busy focusing on what I was seeing and not when.
What is all this?
Is the answer.
To what?
To them. You see, if they can travel here through space and time to here, then that means that they can probably control space and time, which means they can exist in the same space as us, just at a different time. No. Think about it. They could be in this room, just not right now. They could be 6 hours into the future, 12 hours into the past. They can be in a time where nobody can see them, but in a place where they can watch. Now here's the part that I didn't get at first. I didn't understand, but they're watching us. They're watching us through windows in time. They're observing us. They are studying us, and they are fucking everywhere.
You need to stop this.
No, I'm not the one that needs to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop building that machine, okay? It's not from us. It is not from the fucking future, okay? It is from them.
They put those blueprints on that satellite with that message to start the next war, not to prevent it. That's their plan.
We have your medical records. We know about the tumor.
Ares have a compensation package for that one?
We're very sorry, Alex.
Fucking sorry. You put me in a room with the satellite emitting fucking God knows how much radiation. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. That's the thing that lets me see them. Lets me look at them as they look at me.
You're hallucinating.
No, I'm not. That's what they want you to think.
This won't change anything.
Yes, it will. You cannot build that machine.
This is not about a machine.
Yes, it is.
You're sick.
No.
I'm sorry. Look, I know you don't have any family, but maybe there's friends that you want to... I mean, is there someone you want to see or a place you want to go? We can help with that. We can. Okay, but you have got to stop this. Let the work and the message that you...
I'm not dying!
Niall's a bitch, man. But they weren't listening. And I was adamant that there was something sinister at play. I mean, sure, you know, there was part of me that thought that maybe I was losing my mind, but then I remembered I wasn't the only cryptographer they hired. Hi. Beth Carter. I'm Alex Jacobs. I'm a cryptographer.
Why are you here?
A couple of months ago, I was hired by a company, Arist.
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling very well.
I know, but I need to talk.
I have to go.
Can I just talk to you for 1 second? It's important.
Listen, I worked on the same message as you. All right, listen to me. You don't have to worry, okay? I'm not with Arist. I went to the library to track you down. They don't even know that I'm here. Ow, fuck. Look, I stayed in the same room as you. Okay, I found your name etched onto the bedpost. The message, it's not what it says it is. It's not from us. I tried to tell them, but they won't listen, and I'm seeing things that I can't explain, but no one believes me because I'm dying. I'm dying. They gave me 6 months.
I've got 2 left. I still don't accept it. It's hard to imagine that 4 weeks from now I will no longer be able to walk. In 6 weeks I'll be so weak I won't be able to talk, and in 8 weeks I'll be ashes. Was there something wrong with my decryption? Is that why they brought you in?
No. As far as I know, they only brought me in to corroborate. Yeah. You know it's a weapon, right?
Of course. A warning from the future isn't exactly gonna show up with blueprints for a microwave.
Yeah. It's, not from the future.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even offer you something to drink. Coffee?
I'll actually take something a little bit harder if you don't mind.
Oh. I forgot I even had that.
You not gonna have one?
Well, I don't drink.
I thought about quitting, but fuck it.
You know, you're the first person I've talked to in over a month. Other than doctors. And Cypher Man, but he's... Do Ares still contact you? I'm pretty sure he works for them. I mean, he must. There's no way he'd know what he does if he didn't.
I'm sorry, who's Cypher Man?
The screen just went black, and then the next thing I know, he was communicating with me. That was about a month ago, and I've spoken every day since.
He gave you problems to solve?
It was a nice distraction.
What else did you guys talk about?
Quantum physics, mostly. Sometimes it felt like he was challenging my understanding of it.
What, like testing you?
I think it was for the sake of conversation more than anything. I took those screenshots to prove to myself it was real. After I was diagnosed, I never could tell. I'm still not even sure you're real.
Hey. Okay?
I need to lie down.
All right, come here. I got you.
Thanks.
Want some Valium?
Those don't work anymore.
I'm real.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm here. I'm real.
I never wrote my name in binary.
Oh, you feel better? Good. Hey, I got a question. I was looking around. Do you have any more? Do you have any more of these things with the problems that I gave you?
What did you do?
Well, it's a message. there's gaps in it. There's pieces missing, but it's a message to. Have you ever put these together before? No. It's pieces. It's pieces of a puzzle, and you decipher them, you solve them independently, and then you put them together. I think this guy's trying to tell you something.
Did you?
Did I? Oh yeah. He contacted me last night, but I.
You talked to him?
Yeah. No, I mean he knew I wasn't you.
No, you can't talk to him.
I didn't talk to him. Okay, he knew that I wasn't you.
Okay, this is mine. Okay, this is my computer. These are my notes. My house.
Okay,
You
fine.
can't.
That's fine. It's fine. Look, I don't think he's working for Arist.
You can't be here.
Do you want to know what the difference between me and you is? I'm the guy that doesn't give a shit. Okay? The NSA, they came in and they forced the company that I work for to write backdoors in our algorithms. And I didn't think twice about it. I figured they were going to do it anyway. I might as well be the asshole collecting the check. But you? No, not you. I read your bio. You worked for Everleaf. Okay? They told the NSA to go fuck themselves. Rather than compromise the privacy of their clients, they shut down. You give a shit. Help me stop this.
Come with me. June 4th. That's the day I accepted the job. After that, I got sick. I started hallucinating. I tried to come up with rational, reasonable explanations, but none of them satisfied me, so I started thinking about the message. About the key and quantum memory. Polarized photons carrying a message from the future. And photons are just packets of light, and light crosses the universe. And what if someone or something was sending messages into the abyss? Across space, across time. All we have to do is look for them. I started capturing photons and deciphering codes. I became obsessed. I believe the dead were speaking to me, calling down from the heavens. Then among their voices, I heard my own. I was just talking to myself. Neither one of us should ever have taken this job because it's taken our health. And whoever I used to be wasn't who we are now.
You see them, right?
Everything you think you see is just death.
Do you see that one out the window there? If I'm hallucinating, then how are we hallucinating the same thing? This is real. This is happening. They put that message on that satellite, and this machine, this is gonna tip the first domino. We have to do something.
I just want to die in peace. Please. Leave.
We warned you.
What?
Why were you in contact with Beth Carter?
Are you fucking serious?
How did you find her? I told you to leave all this behind.
What are you gonna do? You gonna kill me?
This is a matter of national security. You can only push this so far before it's taken out of our hands.
Great. Then why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you take a gun and shoot me right through this fucking tumor?
You're not alone. I know there's not much left in this life for you, but if there's someplace you want to go or some unfinished business, we can help.
What about Beth?
Beth is none of your concern.
Yeah.
She's to be left alone.
Did you help her too?
You're not to visit Beth again. This is the last time I'll be coming here. Do you understand?
What? Where else?
You weren't the only one exposed in that lab. Time is all we have, Alex. Use yours wisely.
Wasn't here anymore. I thought that I had been taken. I was in a glass tank somewhere. Like ants in a colony. Going about a business. Oblivious to the scientists watching over us.
Is this real?
Oh, I fucking hope not.
You're drunk.
He took fucking everything.
Who did?
Bitch, or Ares watchdogs.
Are you okay?
Yes. No. I'm fucking dying. He's just here.
One of them.
No, not one of them. Those assholes are always somewhere. I'm talking about your boy. I'm talking about Cypher Man.
He contacted you?
Mm-hmm.
He told me to come here. He gave me your address. I think you're right. I think he's trying to figure out a way to stop the machine. He sent me the blueprints.
He's got to be working on the inside to have access to these. Does this make sense to you?
A beam pipe, a thermal shield, a vacuum vessel.
It's all controlled by an air-gapped computer.
Now this is playing with existence.
He had you figuring out algorithms, right?
Which means he's targeting the computer, which would mean the machine's already built.
Doesn't make sense, though. How is that? How is that even possible? I mean, something like this would take years, right? I guess it's gotta be. I mean, otherwise he would just change the blueprints and have him build a dud.
Oh, he did this.
We didn't know.
We knew. We just didn't want to acknowledge it. You experienced the time rifts? They're getting worse. I don't want what I saw to come true.
We started developing a virus to target the machine's zero-day vulnerabilities with Cypher Man's help. You're just 3 people doing what we could, trying to right whatever wrongs we felt responsible for. Then there was this moment, I thought to myself, you know, I just thought, fuck. We're just 2 people dying. Going crazy, you know, hiding inside each other. We felt isolated from it all. Yeah, it didn't last long.
Lock the door. Good. You got him.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Arist, they're on to me. They'll be here soon.
Are you?
No, but I know him. I've been trying to stop this from the inside. No one can be trusted. There is a man, one of the founders of Arist. Here.
Miles Driscoll. Cypher Man.
That's his address. I couldn't get you the schematics directly, so I used him to communicate with you and develop a virus that would disable the machine. I was gonna upload it myself, but
Now you see what we see.
none of this is what they think it is. No one at Arist believes that, though. They think we're hallucinating. They're blaming the tumors.
if more than one person sees the same thing?
There's no proof for any of our claims. And with the military funding the entire project, there's no way they're walking away from the most powerful weapon the world has ever known. One message is all it took to scare them into building it. That and the prospect of power.
Do they even know what it does?
They think they do, but what it says on the box isn't what it really does.
Which is what?
Oh, God, there's no time, please. Pack all this up, get as much as you can. You gotta get out of here before they come, please. Please. Go, go.
You etched Beth's name on the bedpost, didn't you?
I was hoping you'd figure that out sooner. Hurry! Hurry! They're here. Go, go. Go, find Driscoll. Make sure you're not followed, they'll be looking for you. Don't use your cell phones, use only cash. Don't leave a trail. You gotta hurry, you're running out of time. And the closer we get to the machine's activation, the worse the time ripples will get.
What does that mean?
Most important thing for you to understand is they're getting stronger. With every passing minute, they're getting stronger. They're starting to interact. Their existence is evolving beyond just observation. Go.
What about you?
I'll buy you some time. Hurry, go, now, go!
What do you think they'll do to her?
It's not like people very much. Yes. It's open.
Hello.
Beth, it's so good to meet you. I've so enjoyed our conversations at Mr. Jacobs. Please, come in. So sorry about all the clutter, but you never know when you might need something. I am one of the original scientists, one of the original founders of ARIST. You see, this recent discovery wasn't our first encounter with our strange friends. There was another satellite found many, many, many moons ago, orbiting Earth for, we believe, maybe hundreds of years before we were capable of retrieving it, which was roughly 50 years ago or so.
I'm sorry, you said there's another satellite?
Yes, oh yes, spinning around our little world until we advanced technologically to the point where we could retrieve it and discover its secrets.
They were waiting for us.
In a sense. Come in. Please, come on in.
So if this has happened before, then that means it can be stopped, right?
Not exactly, no. This was a very similar state of affairs to what is happening now, but not quite the same. We retrieved the satellite. We found inside an encrypted message, along with
blueprints. Yeah? But the purpose was different. The purpose, I believe, was to tether themselves to our dimension, an anchor of sorts.
Our dimension. You mean?
Yes. Yes, I mean, yes, interdimensional beings. Yes, that's what I believe them to be. It's wonderful, isn't it? Although I'm not sure that Aris shares my enthusiasm. When I tried to communicate this to them, they had me discredited, locked up, and and excommunicated from the scientific community. They said I was paranoid, schizophrenic, not unlike what you two have been going through, I'm sure. I, too, developed a tumor, a small one, non-fatal, which I believe enabled me to see them. But they don't exist on the same plane of linear time as we do, so it was quite challenging to try to figure out any way in which I can make some kind of sense of it, which I'm sure you two can relate to, not to mention psychiatric institutions in the 70s were a little bit different than they are today. Please sit, please.
So if they exist on another plane, then that means their perception of our reality would be different.
Well, I am quite certain that they are incapable of perceiving things the way we do. We are so primitive. They are so advanced.
So that means whatever dimension they're from
wouldn't experience time in linear form.
Right.
Yes, well, I believe that to them, quite possibly, time is one moment.
So, so if the first machine was a tether, then what does the new machine do?
Well, I believe the new machine will allow them, for lack of a better word, access to our dimension. Think of it as if they are watching a video cassette, and we are the characters in that story, and we can move from the beginning to the middle to the end. We can only experience things as such. The first machine was the remote, with which they could jump around at any point and watch the story. But they couldn't affect us. They couldn't alter. They couldn't interact. But I believe this new machine will enable them to reach right through the screen. And the closer we get to the machine's activation, the stronger we're feeling its effects. They're becoming more present. The effects of the machine are rippling. As soon as the machine is activated, the time is bleeding backwards. There's an overflow of effects moving out to the future and to the past. The closer we get to that moment, the more concentrated the ripples are, the more powerful they become.
Yeah, Rebecca tried to warn us.
Yes, well, things are getting very strange at Aris, yes? Very strange indeed. Anything in close proximity, you know, they just are being affected dramatically. Or people are moving in slow motion, looping conversations. Can you imagine? It's crazy. It's crackers. We know nothing. We know nothing. We can try to reason the rules of their existence, but we don't even understand our own. My theoretical description of their existence is just that. It's a theory. It's just so we can begin to understand, but it's probably nowhere near the actual truth. Case in point, when you look at them, you perceive them as what? As men. Correct?
Yeah.
Tall, pale, no features.
Yes. You perceive them as humanoid because that is the only way that your brains can process them. But it's probably nothing of what they actually look like. How can we know what they look like? We know nothing of the higher dimensions. One thing I do know for sure, they look nothing like men. You should see the one in my backyard.
There's one in your backyard?
Oh, yes. He's been there for, 30 years. Hasn't moved 1 inch. In the beginning, I saw him as anthropomorphic. But the more time passed, the more my mind had to adjust, and the more he changed. He's a loyal friend. The most loyal friend I've ever had.
I don't see anything.
Really? Well, that's interesting.
What does it look like?
Indescribable. Quite terrifying, actually. Everything about them so fascinating, so mysterious. Like the encryptions, for example.
What about him?
Well, your solution to the decryption was different to Beth's, which was different to mine. How can that be? They know nothing of our reality. How can they encrypt something for us to decipher? It's no. They put something out there that was different for each of us, yet always came to the same result. It's quite embarrassing because I can't even begin to explain that. That's why ARIST hired multiple cryptographers. Oh, and I have another theory. I don't think it was radiation that caused our little friends here. No, they are rather physical side effects of altering our perception of reality. Yes, like a challenging puzzle can cause a headache. This puzzle caused us a tumor. It's remarkable.
So, we're fucked.
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
But we can stop this. There's still time.
Oh, no, I don't think we can actually do anything.
You wasted our time developing a virus that doesn't stand a fucking chance?
Oh, no. The virus will work. It's just that we don't have the luxury of time to complete it. I mean, these ripples we are feeling are likely from an event that has already happened. The machine's activation may already have happened some point in our future.
Oh, it can't. And there must be something.
I mean, for all we know, the effects may not be from the machine's activation. They may be from its detonation.
Jesus Christ, just what the fuck? Look, can we stop this thing or not?
Well, it's detonation.
You know there may be another method to destroy it, dismantle it, take a sledgehammer to it, blow it up.
That's great. That's great. I'm so glad we spent all that time developing the virus.
Yes, well, you see, the problem is that ARIST will most definitely rebuild it. No, so you have to go, get to the server and erase the blueprints.
But we don't even know where the ARIST facility is.
Yes, well, now you do. You forget I was one of the original founders of ARIST. I know this place inside and out. With the current abstract state of things, you should be able to access the facility through the East Wing maintenance tunnel right here. There's a hatch about a mile down the road that'll take you directly to the lab.
Oh shit, we gotta go.
We shouldn't have just left him.
There's nothing we could do.
So the hatch is just a couple miles off this back road. If we leave first thing in the morning, we should be there by evening.
Relax. Relax.
Where am I?
What do you see?
Am I dead?
Not as you understand it. Do you fear death?
No.
Do you fear living?
What are you?
Nothing you can understand.
What the fuck do you want?
We are very curious about your kind and your experience of time.
That's all this has been.
It is a curiosity to us.
So all this.
We would like to understand. Linear time seems so impractical a state of being. To learn is a tediously slow process, and with each generation it begins anew. A laborious cycle of empty promise. It banishes mankind to the torment of ignorance. Forever a child in the dark. How curious that nature could punish a creature so malevolently. You are condemned to relearn pain for an eternity. How painful it must be to possess self-awareness and consciousness as you do, trapped in a lower dimension such as you are.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck do you want from me? Why did you choose me?
Choose?
Yeah.
Why did you choose to decrypt the message?
You asked me that before. You came to my house.
We do not understand decision. We exist in one single moment, one blink of instantaneity. We understand everything there is to be understood in our world. Therefore, causality, probability, and consequence are a mystery to us.
That's something that doesn't exist in your time.
If man's experience of time was like ours, would he remain? Would he remain? Would he remain? Would he remain?
Oh, fuck!
Relax. Relax.
Fuck! Oh, fuck!
Relax. If the cracks of time were filled, and man had no place left to hide, what then?
I don't know. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck you mean.
What happens when man must wait no more?
We become you.
Is that something you'd like?
I can't exist here. It's making me sick. You're killing me.
But there is only one certainty for man. Death. Yet man hides from this inevitability. Man desires more time to distance himself from it. However, the more time man has, the more it takes from him. Prolonging your existence comes at the cost of unknown suffering. Time determines all for man. Ironic that it should be both the gift and the thief.
What's it like in your world?
You cannot understand.
If you can bridge the gap between dimensions to communicate with me, then you can fucking try. You know things about us and about our universe. Tell me.
If you're seeking answers to alter your understanding of reality, does that not make your world a projection rather than a perception? What is the actuality? Do you see the world as you imagine it? Or are you observing what is really there? If reality is just a projection, what happens when the source, when consciousness is absent? Even with an eternity of self-reflection, man cannot understand the difference between actuality and illusion. With every man born comes a new reality, all competing in perpetuity. Perhaps this is why man is so perpetually at odds. So conflicted. So divided.
Stop! 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 Am I the only one you're doing this to?
Would you feel better if you weren't? You don't want to be alone.
I don't want to suffer.
You're in pain.
Yes, yes, I'm in pain, and now I just have to sit here until I fucking die.
What if you could return to a moment in what you understand as the past, before you were sick?
If I were to travel back in time?
Yes. With the information you now possess. How do you think it would alter your behavior? What would you decide to do differently, if anything at all?
I would tell Iris to go fuck themselves.
You would choose differently?
I would stop this. I would stop you.
Remove us from the equation.
I can't.
You would be unable to see us.
Doesn't matter. I would know that you're there. I would know that you were watching.
The idea alone would change your perception of reality and therefore change your behavior.
Yes.
Why would you behave differently if there was nothing you could do to alter the situation?
It just would.
We find this curious.
We don't choose. We don't decide what happens. I didn't choose to be here. I didn't choose to get sick. Things happen that we have no control of. We don't just look at the world and paint it however we want.
If you really believe that, then you believe you are not in control and you exist at the mercy of all else. You believe your thoughts are of no consequence. If you were to return to a time with the knowledge you now possess that you did not before, what would it matter? What would our existence matter? What would our observations matter? If time was reset and you were put back, what difference would it make?
That's it. That's everything. I don't know if this is all a test or... I do know it can't change. But, you know, the world could end tomorrow, but... fucking, you know, what else is new, right? It's all already happened. Satellite's been found, code's been cracked. Message decrypted. It's over before it began. So maybe you can't change
how it ends, but you can change how you get there. Another thing, warn her. Lie to her. Spare her from the truth so that she can live in peace. And then forget. Forget this message. Forget what's going to happen. Forget what's already happened. Just forget everything. And live